Research comes in many forms, and discovering all your nonprofit's potential resources for fact finding will give you straightforward information to grow on. In this Cahoots course, we will first review the primary types of marketing research and analytics, and then we'll share how these translate into the practical forms of research you can start using today to improve the outcomes of your nonprofit's marketing and communication plans in the future. When you're in charge of the marketing plans for your organization, ministry, or church, it's sadly a little too easy to use information that isn't really going to help your nonprofit realize success. We want you all to pay close attention. In a few moments, you'll be asked to pick whether it's a bird, a plane, or Superman. This may sound silly, but it's not that far off from reality. As an advertising agency, we've lost count of the well-intentioned fact-finding activities that are used by some of our clients that meant well, but effectively produced blue sky information of no value. Wrong audience, the wrong place, and often with the wrong question. Let's start with taking a quick minute to separate fact from fiction by sharing a very familiar story. In the early stages of discovery with a new client, we were compiling information on their direct mail program. We'd asked the executive director how productive his last direct mail appeal was, and he gave us a resounding, totally fantastic. However, when we started compiling the actual data on the outcomes, we found a very different story. They had mailed to nearly 10,000 recipients, but had received only 32 donation responses in total. That's not even a 1% response rate. But because one of the donations was for $25,000, and the executive director had received 3 phone calls from donors with positive comments on the story that was contained in the appeal, one of which was his mother, therefore, in his opinion, the appeal mailer was a great, big, holy cow success. Now, the full cost associated with the appeal mailing was just over $8,000, and the organization did indeed make triple the investment, but in general terms, the actual results were far from encouraging. The thing is, if one big donation makes it a success, you'll find that isn't sustainable, and respectfully, we wouldn't base a marketing plan's success on the executive director's opinion in this scenario. So let's look at some research tools that you will be able to confidently use in your planning. We're going to begin by doing a quick review of the formal categories of research generally used in evaluating integrated communications. This is kind of Marketing 101 at how to get at the truth behind the effectiveness of your integrated communications. By definition, market research is the process of gathering information about the audiences you serve. Analytics is the systematic discovery, interpretation, and analysis of that information, data, or statistics that provide you with insight related to the activities or audiences. Both are the backbone to the information you need to continually refine your marketing plans using facts, which can be verified, versus opinions, which cannot be verified because they're based on feelings or attitudes and beliefs. Most of the time in working with our nonprofit clients and ministries, a good deal of decisions are based on opinion versus fact. There are 4 primary types of market research you can engage to discover more about your audiences: primary, secondary, qualitative, and quantitative.